Hello, hello, people of the internet. It's your boy, Skinny Penis, with another fresh from the press safari tours. Today we're like just for the purpose of what's it called, completeness. We're playing the Summers, even though the ship isn't necessarily achievable, like grindable anymore. The ship is essentially like gone from the game since like multiple years now. Like this is the ship that they have discontinued the hardest, I guess. Like all the other premium ships, the broken stuff, whatever not, you could still get it, or sometimes they offer like a new Black Friday ships where one or two of the broken ships, like Alaska or Massachusetts, are back. You can still get them. Smaland you can buy through Christmas crates. Then they offer something like a Haida or a Musashi in the auction. But like Summers has been removed from the steel ship pool and has never come back. Which is a shame because the ship itself isn't like in any form or way busted. Also with the remodeled hull of a gearing, the Summers isn't necessarily a better pick than the gearing anymore, not at all. Um, it's actually more or less the gearing is better now. If you fight certain, or if you, for example, play CBs and there's still Smaland or so open, gearing makes more sense because of the 21mm plating. The only advantage Summers really has about gearing is you have 3 torp launchers, which makes you intersect or like cross the torpedo tube salvos themselves a bit better, so it's harder to dodge them. The torpedo DPM is actually better on gearing, but I said like you only have 2 times 5, not 3 times 4, so it's like easier for me uh, to spread them in a way that it's really hard to dodge them. And the Summers is faster, like that's the main thing. The base speed is 40 knots, I don't have a speed boost on, and then swift and silenced you can reach I think like 46, 47 knots, which is really good in terms of a smoker. Problem being that the ledge gearing, for example, outspots you, so in some way uh, the reverse situations against gearing are a bit problematic on the Summers because you obviously get outspotted by 200 meters, which is by far enough for the gearing to just permanently outplay you essentially. But yeah, in any case, the Summers goes into 100% the same category as like a Shimmer, a Haaland, or a gearing. In my opinion, for randoms, it's definitely worse than gearing at this stage, I would assume. Problem being that you do not really have gun performance, while the gearing at least offers some sort of DPM. The Summers has a very long main gun reload with 6 seconds. Actually, that's a Shimakaze here. I'm just waiting here, keeping those people lit. I should have definitely torped for the cap, that's for sure. I thought the incomparable would turn out here, that's why I put all the torpedoes there. Sadly, my battleship fleet is camping a wee bit, so we have to be a bit patient here. I mean, the enemy team already lost one of their DDs, so we're definitely not going to get triple capped anytime soon. And their Moscow is running it hard in the middle. I have a smoke ready, so that's why I'm chilling here, even if I get spotted. The Shima Rikazi. I mean, the Shima is like here, obviously, you can see it on the RPF. I have a 100% comp spec on it actually, because I think the last time I played it was like fucking 3 seasons ago with Oh Boy. I think I was smirking for them and smoke botting. Yeah, well, I have a problem now. It's exactly, by the way, the issue. This Shima is like outspotting me. 6k. Going to park angle towards the Shima, and I'm going to use my guns a bit. There's no harm in that. I mean, the Shima will torp my smoke anyway, so it's kind of like whatever in this scenario. I hope my GK or something goes in with Hydro. Yeah, seems like they're doing this. There's a Colbert from base spamming me. Do mind that Somers is a bit more nimble than Gearing for sure, as I said, with the speed and stuff, so you can dodge torpedoes pretty easily with it. I don't think I hit a torpedo here. I think they both dodge them. Yeah, they definitely dodge them. It's a real shame. And now I don't have torpedoes again, even though they're pushing up, so that's like a bit sucky, fucky. But what can you do? At least I have a long smoke now to do damage to the Austin from stealth. I also already dodged all the torpedoes, so this shouldn't be an issue. Can farm the Austin a bit. Unfortunate spot to be here, because like I have nothing on the 1-2 line really in terms of heavy ships that I can permanently torp. So I'm stuck trying to essentially timing torp the pushes to the rock, because the moment they make the rock I have a problem. I can't really hit them anymore. But yeah, you have a bit of an issue there. So yeah, we do the same thing again now with the torps on the Kreml, and hope that this time we actually get some hits. I mean, at some point there's also every single hydro is down, so as you can see the gun damage is very minor. You're not a good farming boat. Gearing would do way better here, that's for sure. Yeah, this guy is turning out again, so we are going to once more miss our torpedoes, which is a bummer really. Maybe I can get a permafire on him though, that'd be kinda cool. Would be fairly lucky though. Not happening, I assume. The torpedoes on Summers and Gearing are the same though. Just the amount switches or changes. Oh. Shimmer is spotted now. Yeah, the timings are really fucking cucking me here. As you can see, I once again missed all my torpedoes. Theoretically the Schlieffen, if he beached and reversed, he might eat some. Because of the range. Yeah, nah, he's gonna accelerate in time, which sucks dick, dude. Actually, I hit a torp. No, that was on the Austin. I'm going to lay a smoke for this Des Moines guy, I think. Then I'm going into the cap.
Set a smoke screen. Set a smoke screen. Smoke generator started.
I guess unless we team play here, we're not gonna win this, so I have no other use for my smokes, so I'm just gonna lay a smoke screen for him here. I said like and spot the enemy out for him. I'm going to block the cap then. I should be able to lay the smoke screen in a way that I still have a gap between the cap and the enemy. I can spoot. I hope he does a whole lot of damage now, because otherwise he's just gonna get run down. Oh fuck, I'm spotted. Yeah, well. That sucks dick. Dude, the server is stuttering like crazy. It's annoying as hell. I'm losing too much HP here. I mean, I think I hit some torpedo on the Kreml maybe, which could help, but it's like... That's fairly sus, dude. Okay, I dodged this volley, which was important. I'm dark now. I'm keeping them lit. But I am fairly low now, that's just a problem. Oh, he died. Yeah, he had to have radar up, really, to zone the destroyer. If he shot behind the smoke and the DD is that close, he's obviously lit inside the smoke screen. So he was too close. Yeah, mainly because our BBs died too fast. It's kind of like the issue. Yeah, well, I'm just going to torp the push here. Hope that, I mean, now the Vermoise get... It's the problem. The GK goes in completely alone. To be honest, the Des Moines should have gone to the rock. That is the play. And like that guy got in alone. This guy camped, like the Vermont camped his ass off for too long and went in way too late. Yeah, well. The Shimmer is running at me. That's fairly obvious from my RPF. Richthofen didn't really assist. Probably should have just like Giga camped and smoked the Des Moines immediately. That could have probably helped us a whole lot. I'm going to miss my torps again because the Kremlin immediately turned away and the Incomparable only now turns in. So yeah. We suck pretty hard at torping. That is the essential quintessence of this game. We suck dick. Did they kill the Moskva? There was a Moskva from the enemy team in the middle of the map and he's still like playing the game, dude. It's kinda sus. I have one last smoke, but I don't think my carrier has the mental brain capacity to spot me that shimmer. I could kill him. Yeah, I don't really think this guy is going to be... The shimmer is just dementia running at the RPF, I think. You can see he's still here, he's like running at me.
Reporting the position of a strategic target.
Warp Kremlin incomparable push. You should spot him, eh?
Smoke generator started.
Now we can kill him here, that's good. I mean, he stops inside my torpedoes, so... He's dead. Yeah. Finally killed the shimmer. I didn't torp for him. Torp for the middle. Well, my carrier isn't really making use of anything spotting related. Austin and Colbert up my ass. That's looking hella spicy. Can't really torp these people to death. Maybe my full HP Schlieffen randomly comes over here and kills both of them. Very unlikely though, because there's going to be a Kremlin incomparable in the middle on his broadside. Well, this sucks quite hard. Not a lot I can do really. Maybe I hit torps on the incomp. Nah, they were probably all spotted. Game stuttering is a bit of a cringe situation. Send torps out again. My AR is helping me out a lot now in terms of torpedo DPM. That guy doesn't have RPF, so I think I can just turn away and maybe get back into A, depending on what they kill on the other side. I mean, the Petra should die, maybe the Monty and the Moskva, or what is that? What is that? Immelmann. Okay. There could be definitely some kills on the other side, given the fact our Schlieffen is running it, and then the second Schlieffen will come in. So yeah, maybe there will be kills. We have the kill the Shema. The carrier dies, there's no going to be spotting, yeah. I can go back into A real fast. Maybe this guy even turns in a very inopportune... Look at how the fucking thing stutters. The guy only eats one, I think. Not two. That still doesn't kill him though, which is an issue. I still have 40 seconds on the smoke. Theoretically, if this guy keeps shooting, which he does, open water, I can use my last puff to maybe get some damage in here. Fires would be perma, which would be huge. Also, I penetrate him mostly everywhere. Getting blind fired. 14 seconds. Yeah, he goes dark. It's fucked. I'll torp this quickly.
The enemy is about to win.
600.
Engine boost deactivated.
Either one shell hits from some guy or hit him again with my guns. Maybe I aimed correctly. Yeah, nice. Okay, I killed him. RPF is on the Austin. I mean, as you can see, like, it's probably easier to play a Submerse in this kind of playstyle with the smokes, spotting, and torps than a gearing. But I said, like, if I have a gearing, I can probably do more damage from my smokes. Okay, wait, I can cross in front of the rock because I would spot the guy otherwise. Their Moskva died too, so me going into A is probably immediately winning the game. Because I can just... they lost their carrier, so I can just cap for free, which cucks their point income. Swift and Silence would obviously be better than RPF, I guess. Or I should drop torpedo reload and torpedo speed I think I have on this spec and go for swift and silenced. Back back when I tried the smoke bot, since there was no other submers really smoking. Since there was no other submers really smoking, you didn't really need swift and silence. These days every single submers are gearing play swift and silence, so it's kinda good to have it. But yeah, I mean torpedo reload over the longer the game is, the more viable the torpedo reload becomes. But if you're just supposedly a smoke and a spot bot, you don't really need the torpedo reload that much. I mean, this Austin is randomly crawling up to me again. Maybe I can make him turn for the torps, and Austin definitely doesn't have a torpedo belt, so... Nah, the torpedoes miss, right? Yeah. Sucks really for me, but whatever. I can keep a crossfire with the Schlieffen, kind of, with my torpedoes. Block this cap now. Spotting damage on this map is obviously horrendously bad. It's just like a different flavor, like the addition of it was mostly meant as some sort of different flavor kind of shimmer on the American branch, so that's also kind of how you play it. That's why they gave it shitty guns and the speed. It can kind of be like a shimmer. Lots of DD players like the torpedoes more on this one and the speed, because it also... You don't have to pre-plan that much with submers, because your speed kinda makes up for slight positioning errors when you're too far away from your cruiser, you're like doing something weird. So yeah. I'm bait him to turn. Ah, he has high drone, I think. Does he eat a torp anyways? Probably not. Nope. Well, but he's perma-spotted. But I'm not supposed to die here. Okay, now I can die. Now they lost their last ship on the other side without trades, and we definitely block B, so theoretically now I can die. I probably had Hydron, that's why I dodged the torps very well. Shooting there, essentially, it's like 50-50. If it's a... most of the players go for the bait and try to kill you because you're low HP. That's kind of like great. But also, if he's like aware of the situation that me shooting him is probably a bait, he might not go for it. Meaning, he does what he does, like turn in. That's, by the way, if you play against some sort of like really good player, mostly they try to bait you. I only need to hit one torpedo. That's like kind of a game of chicken. Does he peek or doesn't he peek? Couldn't kill him. I'm fucking retarded. Ah, yeah, well, I shouldn't have torped two sets. I should have only torped one. He turns in, torp another, and then like now I should have kept the third set. Does it matter in the end? No, because of the caps. We will pass them before he caps. If we would have lost one more ship before that, or if B wouldn't have been perma-blocked, I would have run away. But in this kind of situation, it's fine, because we're going to win anyways. Like, as you can see, he takes too long to cap, so we pass them on points. But yeah, I mean, in general, I fucked the twerps. Normally he's not supposed to be able to get me there for free. Like he should at least eat one torpedo if I just had saved one set. Yeah, I mean, really weird and wonky situations. You rarely play these kind of situations in randoms anymore that late into the game, because like obviously the nature of the games is fast rundown tactics from both sides. But yeah, I could have definitely smoked the Des Moines a bit better, but he didn't really. I mean, to be honest, he should have just gone to the rock. There was no carrier spotting on our flank. If he's on the rock, I think we're going to permanently hold it. Also, if he goes to the rock, it essentially changes the idea. If a cruiser's on the rock, the battleship goes to the one line on the enemy team most likely and tries to fuck him out, so I can twerp that. Otherwise, he comes to the border, I smoke him and I go into the cap, also fine, but he was like just wibbling around behind me, I don't know. Also, he should have used my smoke to turn out, not in, but I don't think he understood that there's like he's the only one left, and it's random, so one smoke won't necessarily mean they don't run at him. They had in full HP essentially Crumble and incomparable. They will run at him. So yeah, the smoke was like that's why I put it from the border towards the cap, so he could be behind it. And if he would have turned out, I would have also done a little turning at the end of my smoke deployment time, because then there's like an L shape which doesn't allow the mid people to spot him too, so he would be like really safe and could get the fuck out while doing damage and shit, obviously. In any case, this is a spec. I think it's a fairly average spec, like that's what you should do. Swift and silence is really good on it, since you don't want to be spotted. Going into guns is kinda not necessary or dumb in general. Your gun range, gun arcs, gun DPM is also shit that like if there is like a free game where there's no radar and hydro, you can smoke up in the enemy's mouth anyway with twerps and guns. You won't get that much value out of a spec like this. Yeah, for randoms I think RPF is also really good. It's like the torpedo boats like Shimmer and Sommers are like the boats where you should or could definitely play RPF, and it makes sense since you don't want to take the fight. It's not about the RPF torping, that's just like bull crap. You're never gonna hit a good player really with RPF torps that easily. You have to, or like, if you don't have RPF, you can still kind of predict where he goes. It's like, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of this one, because the torpedoes are supposed to fuck cruisers and battleships in any case. And you can pre-torp caps too. But it's like to dodge enemy spotting, like the Shimmer who could outspot me in a submerge, or like a gunboat like a Smarland. That's what you want to dodge, that's why you take RPF in most cases. On the modules it's kind of the same. You go full torpedo. To be honest, you should go probably torpedo tube modification here, or even aiming. Like this one is just for smoking others up, obviously, since it's a comp spec, you have that. You could run speed boost module too, I didn't have that, fuck that, to be honest. You just have your, I mean, I guess it makes sense on some mirrors, but I couldn't be bothered to get it. Let's go into another game. As you see, it's like not a damage machine. That's always the same with Gearing, Summers, Shimmer, and Haaland too. Those ships have you're really cracked at those ships when you have an average above 100k. Like 100k, 105, 110k is already really fucking nuts. I mean, you're top of the leaderboards then. Because they just don't have the means of ensured farming with guns. So you go through torpedoes, and torpedoes are turbo situational. I mentioned it multiple times that there's multiple things that can cuck you. Carrier perma-spotting can cuck you because you're not going to get into position. Like 10 million hydros will cuck you. Enemy gunboats will cuck you. Radars will cuck you. Matchmaking in general, if there's like barely any cruisers and battleships. Mostly DDs. It's all essentially like reducing your damage. The best matchmaking is kind of something like this. No carrier, 5 BBs, 3 cruisers, 2 of them fairly heavy. An island bound kind of, and one, I mean that guy's pretty fast, but he has no means of spotting me counter. Actually, like the Salem and the Marseille are pretty easy to play. Stalin is a bit wonky, but I can just outspot him. On the battleship side, you only have 1 Hydro BB. Like we have theoretically 2, but the incomp Hydro isn't really that good against those torps. Yeah. I can also say the same thing as with the Gearing. Since it's exactly the same torp, it is the best torp in the game. Like Gearing and Submerged torps are the best ones, because you get range, speed, concealment and damage all at the same time, and like torp DPM. The Haaland torps have too little damage, and you drop too much on the ship itself in terms of utility, the Shimmer Torps either have shit range with the 12 compared to 16.5, which makes you which essentially limits you in a way that you either have the enemy team, you have to have them in a stationary position without 12 km radar cover, you have to or they have to push, but you can't torp kiting targets. You obviously are way more free with a submerse or a gearing in terms of torping. Then again, the Shimmer torps obviously hit harder. Yeah, so like the overall most epic or like most viable torp in the game is the gearing and the submerse one. That's essentially like a given. Those Shimmer 12 games can become really nasty if the matchmaking allows for it. And you can, by the way, my fucking Stalingrad behind me will pop in 2 seconds and die. I think we have a DD on the border. I'm gonna torp this. Should have torped the Ohio, fuck. But I think there's going to be the kited Stalingrad here. Or the Monty. No, wait. No question what's going to be here. I mean, YY and gearing I spot at the same distance. Shimmer is a problem. I'm not RPF though. There's 2 DDs here, huh? No, he's just moving to the cap now. I think I'll just wait for a moment here, see if there's a cruiser. I want to confirm also that the Stalin is somewhere in the middle. Not going to the... Ah, okay, the Stalin is on the other side, perfect. So now I can theoretically turn around and go more towards the cap. Imagine I hit the RPF torps now, would be kind of cringe. In randoms though, like certain positions are like let's say really easily to RPF torp. Those are most likely also the positions you can pre-torp in any case, because lots of DDs just sit here, flap broadside and torp. And by the way, that's a gearing. Torps, as I saw, were spotted very late. Yeah, but like we both RPF torped each other. No, he actually didn't RPF torp, he torped the fucking Stalingrad. Yeah. Okay, they don't necessarily have hydro here. We can go into the cap, go towards the YY, crunch him with the Moin in middle, Stalin here. Can kill the YY for sure if he doesn't die already. The gearing appears to be either AFK reversing here or he's also going for the island, so we might run into him. YY not really a threat, right? Because it's Mecklenburg in his mouth and deep water torps for me. Like, yeah. Yeah, but as you saw, like the RPF torps missed, so like really what's the point of them in the first place? Just... Oh, it's a Shimmer. Right? Interesting. Torped the Salem, the Ohio reverse, and the YY. Should have torped that gap a long time ago, to be honest. I will reverse into the Shim if he goes into the cap. Yeah, you have to be patient with these kind of ships. I mean, I can't just like monk onto the fucking 10 line with a Smaland, run into this Shimmer's mouth. Because if I had a Smaland here, he's unprotected, I'd just kill him for free in his Shimmer. And afterwards I just cap myself, probably second raider kills the YY. Shit like that, like... It's very easy to play, to be honest. This guy's gonna eat torps, 2 of them I think. I'm not torped everything here. It's like 12 kms, that's why they're not spotted very early. Is he gonna take 2? Nope. I mean 1 torp is already okay. The problem is I am in his radar. And the Ohio probably didn't reverse. Okay. Come on. Here. The Ohio actually did reverse for this. The YY is here too. The Salem is in my mouth. Could someone maybe delete him? Okay, well, I think he doesn't have a super heal ready, so I can just sit here and tank the radar in my opinion. If he radars, maybe he's Hydro. Hydro Salem is kinda cringe though. I think he already radared, he doesn't have it. Okay, he's dead, that's really good. The DDs are going to turn back anyways and come back into the cap, so just torp it. One of them is at least, I guess. Also the Monty might turn in. I'm gonna get a cap and then go towards the border and cuck the destroyer. I can take gunfights with Shima and YY, that's for sure. The YY is low, the Shima is a Shima. If I catch him nose in, then it's GG's. I would like to get the cap though beforehand. It's a timing game though, if he probably has torpedoes ready again and oh fuck, he's like going deep on the border. Yeah, to be honest, fuck the cap, I'll just let the Hayate cap for free and I'll go for the Shima, man, holy shit. The guy is spamming the smoke with torpedoes, I would assume. Nope, he's actually just running at me like a turd. Well, I mean... This is going to be one of the most retarded fights ever. I hit a torp on the Monty, because the YY would definitely be dead by now. Yeah, since I'm the kited torpedo destroyer, I'm most likely going to win. I would like to kill him though. I don't know if I can. No, I can't, because I have to dodge the torpedoes now. I hit another torp? Who the fuck am I hitting? Did I hit the YY? Bro, there's no way I hit the YY and he's not dead. The YY was... Was he like 11k still? I mean, then I could potentially have hit the... Potentially have hit the... ass or nose? Well, I mean, the entire reason why I'm still so healthy and shit is because their DDs are kinda cringe and their Salem didn't have or didn't want to radar. And the Shima doesn't play RPF. Or he's RPFing though. No, he doesn't play, I was never RPF. I'll keep my torps because I think this GK is gonna do some dumb shit here. Already have more torpedoes than last game, I think. No, actually I got a lot of torpedoes in the end on the last game thing. Already also 5 or something. Well, yeah, I mean, the patience gameplay. But as you can see, by the way, last game and this game, I'm also like permanently spotting people. My spotting damage in both games was dog shit. That's why like this spotting game doesn't really work if you're playing solo. I mean, very obvious, because you have to essentially rely on teammates doing damage, and they're not, they're dying, so the moment they die, there is not even a possibility. Why did our Hayate not shoot? Am I catching him? Please tell me I'll catch him. No, fuck. Man, god damn it, dude. This is so dumb. Let's torp this. Fuck off again. Protect the cap against the 2 DDs while torping these clowns. The YY and the... Actually, I can go back and torp the YY and the GK pushing into the middle. The YY and the Shima won't touch the cap against me or the Hayate, but I don't fucking know where Hayate spotted. I don't know why Hayate didn't shoot that Shima. He had to like literally shoot him once and he would have easily killed him. I guess the Hayate is now the torpedo magnet for the enemy team. I don't know what the fuck this Shima is doing. Hey, the Ohio lost like all his HP randomly. Huh. Very interesting. Very intriguing. Of course, you gotta be very, very cautious about the angle of the Shima, since he like already he's shown that he's trying to torp positions where I was last spotted and shit, so there could definitely be torpedoes again on me. Nice, torping the Hayate, okay. 2 sets. Hayate dead. Ah, right, he dodges. Pinky Doctor, Dr. Pinky is gonna dodge, right? Yeah. The YY is somewhere over there, smoking something random. My RPF switched on the YY actually. Cool. Yeah, I think I'm going into the middle, trying to rush the GK. Probably the best option. There's no radar here anymore. Also, the YY is now confirmed smoke. I was a bit cautious. Maybe it's a radar one. I don't really know why people like this gameplay. I mean, if win rate would be more important in general in randoms and stuff, or like something, I would like not have a problem in smoke botting people in randoms myself. It's nice team play. As long as you don't like fucking overdo it with like Annapolis carrier or some shit in the division, then it's a bit cringe. But like, yeah, smoking something like a Des Moines or Worcester through randoms, it's only really that cringe because like no fucking random team ever has the ability to deal with you because they're all too stupid for it. So yeah. Question is, does the GK have Hydra on? I hope not. I will go to the left, toward the Ohio out of the rock. Actually, the Ohio is moving forward, huh? I think he's trying to get a ram off on the full HP GK, because he knows he's not gonna like live a drive or anything. Now is the question, does this GK have hydro on? Yes, they always have hydro on, dude. Maybe he doesn't realize I'm behind him. You never know. Yeah, that's supposedly going to be a ram. I'm eyeing the very large and juicy HP pool of this GK, and I think he hasn't realized yet that I'm here, because otherwise he wouldn't keep reversing. Would be pretty nice if these clowns fucking kill the Ohio by now. Bit cringe. He's gonna get the ram off because he gets a heal off. It's very nice that the GK angled the entire time, because since he angled I still get a lot of HP out of him for free. It's really cool. I like it. Now he's going to move forward. That actually kills him faster than keep reversing. Yeah, you can't go forward, bro. Like, you're 100% dead then. Oh, you beached. Oh, okay. Those are enough torps, supposedly. Can I outturn the turrets is the question. And oh, what the fuck? There's a DD in there. That's the YY. Look at him. Would you look at him, shooting and getting spotted in the open. I can take the cap now. If he dies, the game is over, by the way. Maybe I should have left cap. No, actually it's not. 45, right? Yeah, 45. Like, fine if we kill him. Should go dark even. Amazing. We can farm a bit more. Would you look at that? Oh no, he's dead now. What you can do with the weird smoke spec is you can like kinda crawl smoke a bit. Because as you see I have like 40-second deployment time, so it's like kinda use it like a bit of a crawl smoke, crawl out of islands. Obviously the ReZero guy comes from base now. He has finished the camping mechanic. Oh! That gearing just died to a salvo that wasn't meant for him, but he rammed into the Monty and died. Okay, well, whatever, man. Okay, like, two pretty good games actually in terms of damage and gameplay, because I got to torp some cruisers and battleships in both games, so we magically clawed it back. I can only just say, like, the spotting damage this game and last game is just pathetic. That, like, spotting in randoms is a bit sus, because first of all, it's not even guaranteed that you have the spotting, that you get the spotting damage. It's 24 years, also mediocre. It's not even guaranteed that you have the spotting damage, or like that you get it, because sometimes the target that gets shot 10 million light years away gets it, and also obviously your random teammates that are mostly inters or AFKs have to do the damage. So yeah, it's nice for information, but you should probably do more with it yourself than just hope that others do it. But yeah, that's Summers. Some people probably have it, so those people can obviously try and play it. Otherwise, I would assume they bring it back to the game at some stage, because there hasn't been any opportunity to buy it or get it in any form or way. But yeah, is it that special? No, it's pretty chill to play. It has its place. As I said, like, it's more of this kind of old support DD kind of gameplay, like an actual destroyer, like they were intended to, gearing, shimmer, submerse, torpedo spotting utility. That's kind of what they bring. If you have division, if you want to play it in division, that obviously makes more sense, because it lacks a lot of abilities to actually impact the game very hard on most maps, especially on most spawns. Itself through gun damage or even torpedoes, because as you saw in Land of Fire, it's a bit fucky with the torps sometimes. But yeah, that's it for Submerse, and see you for the next video.